The myth of Atlantis unveiled. Atlantis, the legendary lost continent, has captured people's imagination over the centuries. History and oral tradition have handed down the story of this advanced civilization, but many questions and theories remain unanswered. In this documentary, we aim to explore a fascinating insight into how the myth of Atlantis has been passed down through the generations, reaching us through the storyteller Critias, who heard it from the famous Greek philosopher Solon, who in turn had learned it from an Egyptian priest. One of the interesting theories that tries to explain the origin of the Atlantis myth is linked to the catastrophe of the island of Santorini, also known as Thera. In 1550 BC, the island was devastated by a massive volcanic eruption, which led to the collapse and sinking of a significant part of the island. This tragedy may have been an inspiration for Plato when he created the story of Atlantis. Some of the key figures who helped spread the myth of Atlantis. Athanasius Kircher. These include that of the Jesuit Athanasius Kircher, who claims that Roman soldiers found a map in Egypt, which they stole, indicating the existence of an island in the Atlantic near Cape Horn, an area south of Tierra del Fuego, near the land bridge between South America and Antarctica. This theory is worth considering and analyzing in the context of the Atlantis myth. Francis Bacon. The New Atlantis is a work written by Francis Bacon and published posthumously in 1627. This work is a description of a utopian society called Bensalem, which has certain similarities and features with the legend of Atlantis. Here is an extended summary of how Francis Bacon describes Atlantis in his work The New Atlantis. In his work, Francis Bacon presents Bensalem as a mysterious and isolated island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. He suggests that this island is a modern version of Atlantis and represents an advanced and progressive civilization. Characteristics of Bensalem society. Bacon describes Bensalem society as well organized and technologically advanced. The inhabitants of the island are enlightened and enjoy a prosperous and harmonious life. They are involved in scientific research, technology, art and philosophy. In Bensalem, there are elaborate institutions and social structures. Bacon describes an efficient governmental organization, as well as advanced academic and scientific institutions such as Solomon College and Solomon Houses. Bacon stresses the importance of science and technology in Bensalem society. The island's inhabitants engage in scientific research and experimentation, and the results contribute to the technical progress and welfare of the community. In New Atlantis, Bacon emphasizes that the inhabitants of Bensalem have a distinct religion and that they are dedicated to the study and understanding of God and His creation. Religion and spirituality occupy an important place in their lives. Trade and foreign contacts. Bensalem maintains contacts with other societies and cultures around the world through a special port. Trade is seen as a means of exchanging knowledge and experiences between different peoples. Ignatius Donnelly. Ignatius Donnelly, 1831–1901, writer, politician, and scientist, an active and respected politician, is known for his works of fiction and nonfiction. His best-known work is Atlantis, 1882, in which he explores the myth of the lost civilization of Atlantis and proposes theories about its existence and impact on human history. He also wrote other works, including Ragnarok, The Age of Fire and Gravel, 1883, in which he presents a theory about a possible global catastrophe and its influence on human development. She also wrote on political and social themes, such as Caesar's Column, 1890, a dystopian novel exploring the problems of contemporary society. Donnelly creates a detailed picture of Atlantis as a powerful and advanced civilization with a complex social organization and cutting-edge technology. He argues that the Atlanteans had advanced knowledge in areas such as architecture, engineering, agriculture, navigation, and alchemy. Donnelly theorizes that the Atlanteans were the ancestors of all ancient and modern civilizations. He suggests that they were the oldest civilization and that they influenced cultures around the world, including those in Egypt, India, and Central America. Another fascinating theory is that Atlantis was not a physical island but a metaphorical representation of a highly advanced civilization that thrived in the remote past. This theory suggests that Atlantis may have symbolized a lost golden age or a utopian society that ultimately succumbed to its own hubris or natural catastrophes. He argues that myths and legends such as those of the Flood, the Garden of Eden, and the Epic of Gilgamesh are the result of Atlantean influence on other cultures. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky. According to Helena Petrovna Blavatsky's work published in 1888, The Secret Doctrine, the Atlanteans were an advanced human race that existed on Earth in a very remote age. She suggests that they originated from a primordial race known as Lemurians, who lived on a continent called Lemuria, located in the Indian Ocean. Blavatsky describes the Atlanteans as a tall, strong race with advanced intellectual abilities. She mentions that they had advanced knowledge of science and technology, as well as a deep understanding of spiritual and occult matters. The Atlanteans went through a series of evolutionary cycles, moving from a state of purity and wisdom to one of corruption and moral decay. It shows the golden and silver periods of Atlantean civilization, and their subsequent decline due to misuse of their power and knowledge. According to Blavatsky, the Atlanteans developed advanced technology for their age, including flying machines, the use of crystals, and control over energy. She notes that they also had extensive knowledge of astronomy, geometry, and mathematics. According to descriptions in The Secret Doctrine, Atlantis was destroyed in a major catastrophe as a result of a violent geological shift. Blavatsky suggests that this event occurred about 850,000 years ago, and the island was swallowed by ocean waters. She says that some groups of Atlanteans managed to survive the cataclysm and spread to other parts of the world, contributing to the rise and influence of other ancient civilizations. It is important to note that The Secret Doctrine is a work considered esoteric and has not been accepted by the scientific community at large. The perspective presented by Blavatsky on Atlantis and other related topics remains controversial and the subject of debate among scholars and historians. Our journey will take us across vast oceans, through ancient texts, and into the realm of speculation and exploration. We will explore archaeological discoveries, geological evidence, and comparative mythologies to shed light on the elusive truth behind Atlantis. Along the way, we will encounter the works of renowned scholars, explorers, and visionaries who have dedicated their lives to unraveling the secrets of this legendary civilization. Join us as we venture into the realms of history, mythology, and imagination, guided by curiosity and the quest for knowledge. Together, let us embark on this awe-inspiring expedition as we follow the trail of Atlantis, searching for the remnants of the lost world and unraveling the enigma that has fascinated humanity for centuries.